Let's turn to IBM. That stock is dropping decisively after reporting results. Dee Bosa has got the latest. Dee.
Hey, Melissa. CEO Arvind Krishna just kicking off the call, and he really started by reiterating his focus on hybrid cloud and AI capabilities. He says that investors will start to see that showing up in results in 2021. But he also seemed to hedge that a little bit, saying that the operating environment will remain difficult. The last quarter, though, Melissa, was another lackluster one from Big Blue. Its decline of more than 6% in the after hours is worth about 60 points on the Dow. Investors, they're responding to yet another quarter, yet another year of declining revenue. In fact, in 8 of the last 9 years, IBM has seen its revenue decline on an annualized basis. The company, though, says that it will grow in fiscal 2021, and that is really the first glimpse of guidance the street has seen from IBM since last April. The company very light on details or specific numbers, though, so we're listening out for that on the call. So analysts are likely wondering how it gets there to growing revenue and how much will have to do with the spinoff of its legacy business. Now, under Krishna, IBM has made more acquisitions, and it is increasing its capex spending after years of buybacks that critics have argued made IBM more of an accounting story than a tech story. Krishna is betting everything on that hybrid cloud and the Red Hat acquisition, but so far, investors, they remain skeptical. Shares have lagged the broader markets, not just tech, over the last 1, 2, 5 years. Back to you.
Debo, thanks. Deidre Bosa on IBM. Dan Nathan, what do you mean? The one thing that is consistent about IBM is that it seems to disappoint. And here we are yet again.
Yeah, I mean, you just throw all the worst trends in technology and you mash them up together, and you have IBM, and they made that acquisition of Red Hat, and you know, they have a CEO that people feel confident about. I think they'd probably feel a lot more confident if he was running another company that actually was growing. I mean, look at those cloud numbers; they're just not even that good. They're up 10% or something like that. So to me, I just think this is kind of dead money. You know, it's not for me. How's that?
Just to play the other side of it, though, I mean, Guy, by the end of 2021, after they complete this spinoff, IBM's going to look like a very different company. It's going to be a company focused on hybrid cloud and AI, and theoretically, that's exactly where you want to be.
Yeah, it's exactly where you want to be. But to Dan's point, 10% cloud growth. I mean, you hear 10% growth, you say, oh, wow. And then you look at these other companies like Salesforce and web services and some of the other, and Microsoft, and you say, wait a second, 10% is a joke, pardon me. I think the only thing you have going for, and now I'm going to be Goldman-centric, and I'm going to get added by just about everybody, is the fact that Gary Cohn is on board at IBM. And I got to tell you something. You want somebody to figure something out, he's your guy. So, you know, down here at these levels, it's probably not the right point, but if you look, IBM's been between 115 and 135 seemingly for the last year and a half. And as we get closer to, you know, the high teens, maybe you take a flyer on IBM thinking that maybe they, you know, maybe this is as bad as it gets as they sort of turn the page, hopefully turn the page.
Karen, you're a value investor. Is there value here, particularly before a transformational transaction that will happen by the end of this year?
Yeah, well, like you said, I mean, every quarter they seem to have this sort of deja vu all over again. We have the same sort of disappointing quarter. I mean, the PE is inexpensive. It absolutely should be. It absolutely should be inexpensive with, you know, the historical misses. So for me, you know, being in 4th place, 5th place, whatever, 6th place, I don't even know, in cloud isn't interesting enough to have it be a value play.
Tim, are you another bear on this one?
No, and first of all, I'm a total bull on Kayfan's use of Yogi Berra euphemisms over and over again on this show. It's tremendous, and I think with IBM, why are we not talking about the 25% move in the stock and the run higher into numbers like we did with Intel? I mean, this was a very big rebound story for a company that doesn't have, I think, as much beta to the overall market, especially because of all the growth reasons we're talking about. But cognitive cloud was part of the disappointment here in software, and that was actually up last quarter and part of the surprise. I think this is a ship that we've talked about how slow it turns, and I think, you know, when you see a fork in the road, you take it, and I think that's what IBM's doing.
Here's a would you rather royale in terms of betting on a turnaround. Intel or IBM, Dan Nathan?
Intel, no doubt about it. I mean, you're going to have this management transition. You have a very clear focus on what was wrong and how to gain back that market share. You have valuation support. You have a good balance sheet. You have really constructive activists there. So to me, I'd much rather Intel.
Guy, but IBM's got Gary Cohn. So same question to you.
Yeah, and I'll just take IBM just to get Dan mad at me because I like salty Dan better than I like easy Dan. But no, I mean IBM. Listen, they're getting into the right businesses. They're not doing a particularly good job, but if they can somehow figure out to get decent growth rates, not akin to the close. You're talking about a stock that could go higher from here. So I'll play the IBM card on this one, Mel.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.